Hi, bestie. It's me, Zanjan, the Reiki bestie. And I just wanted to take a moment and say hello. How are you? I have been contemplating on doing this for a hot minute. Because sometimes I'm like, bro, I just want to talk about something. I want to have a space where we can talk about all things magical, all things spiritual, astrology, tarot, the woo woo, the not so woo woo, motherhood. Just kind of have like, bro, yes, we're spiritual beings having this human experience, but also seeing it playing out in our day-to-day lives. But yeah, I think today I really wanted to talk about how we can use astrology to help us work with the energy, right? Because when people hear astrology, they're like, it's so much for me. Like, I don't know, I don't really understand it, and blah, blah, blah. Which, trust me, like, I've been there. I feel like astrology really does give you that like blueprint of your life can go this way or that way. We live in a duality planet, of course. So where there is darkness, there is light. Where there is light, there will be darkness. And I feel like astrology really puts that out for you, right? Because you can have the absolute best type of energy, and also you can have that challenging energy, and it's all about how you make it work for you. And I swear I sound like a broken record every single time because I'm always like, bro, like, make this work for you. And I know that it is easier said than done because same, but we can literally use astrology to help us plan things, plan our month. I mean, it's as simple as grabbing your birth chart and being like, okay, we're gonna have a new moon, for example. Right now, we're in the week of May 17th, well, 11th, 10th through the 17th. We have a new moon in Taurus. And say, for example, your new moon is in the sixth house. The sixth house is all about health. It's about our pets. It's about things that we kind of had to pay attention to health wise, appointments, our daily lives. It's our jobs. I'm like, I just want to pull this up really quick. It's our health fitness systems. It's what type of gym routine you use. Like, literally, it's the physical body. Think about also like Virgo things that you can do, like paying attention to the small details. And with it being in Taurus, with the new moon being in Taurus, I would recommend, to set intentions for that day, to get structured, maybe planning your meals, maybe paying attention to your finances, seeing where money is bleeding out. And this could even translate to self-worth, because Taurus rules over that as well, right? It also rules over your natural talents. And say, for example, this new moon is in the 10th house. 10th house is career, long-term goals. Think Capricorn type of stuff, business like. This also rules over the fathers, the masculine energy. I mean, not necessarily masculine energy, because Capricorn is a feminine energy, feminine sign, but it does embody that, like, what can we build for this foundation? Like, what do people see you do? Or like, what type of career structure do you want? What do you want people to see you as? What is the reputation that you want? If it's in the second house, this is literally the home sign. This is your money, your income, the daily routines. This is the family that you come from. Your work ethic. This is the type of foods that you like. It also does kind of roll over like your daily routines to an extent. But this is the way you communicate. It rolls over the throat area. That's why I say like astrology is literally a blueprint, and it's like a cheat code. And once you kind of start to understand it, or when you want to start to slowly understand it, I will always recommend the moon sign, because the moon is your personal experience. It's your emotion. What makes you react the way you react, if that makes sense. Now, as it carries on, after that new moon, you will follow the next house. And you can just go on Google and be like, houses in astrology, and it will pull out a wheel. And inside that wheel, it'll be like a pie divided into 12 houses. Each house represents something. And then you just pull up another tab, go to astrostate.com or astro.com or wherever you get your your birth chart from, and see, okay, now on Saturday, Sunday, we have a new moon in Taurus. I'm gonna look for Taurus in my house, and that's where you're gonna start. And when the moon slowly moves, because it changes like every 2 days or so, you're gonna follow it around your chart. So say, for example, we'll start off at our first house. This is our body. This is maybe getting a haircut. Maybe do you feel a little bit more seen than usual? Maybe something happens to your body where you probably cut, say, like your finger or something like that. This is your approach to life, your identity. This also rolls over your brain. Then you move into the second house. Okay, like, let's start our meal planning. Let's see where we're pouring into ourselves. Then we have the third house, the mind, the communication. It's your neighborhood. It's your siblings. It's how you learn. And then you move to the fourth house, the mom, the internal emotional life where you feel comfortable. This is your roots. This is women, the women in your family. This is children, bearing children, actually. And then we have the fifth house where you actually have the children. This is childlike, inner child, drama, self-expression, think Leo stuff. And then this is where you can also see entrepreneur stuff, because entrepreneurs more than likely love what they do, right? Then you have the sixth house, which we already talked about. Seventh house, business partners. It's us rather than just you. It's contracts. It's sharing things. Then you move on to the eighth house, the occult house, the taxes, the darkest house. Like, what are your goals? This is your partner's resources, your joint finances, intimacy, sex. Then we move into the ninth house, where it's all about the philosophy of life. This is higher education, long distance travel. Third house is also short distance travel. Just so you know, it's like you going to Sedona. If you're in Phoenix, it's like 2 hours away, right? But the ninth house, it's like taking a trip to New York or Texas, or a different state or a different country. This is also law and religion. This is all about our ethics. Think big, thinking outside of the box. This is also mastering what you've learned, what you've gained from the experiences that you've had. Then again, 10th house, we talked a little bit about it. This is your public reputation, fathers, experts, fame. This is the highest point in your birth chart. Then we'll move on to the 11th house. This is your friends, not just friends, but these are the people that support you. This is humanitarianism, the internet, technology, your hopes, your wishes, your goals, the future. Think AI. And then once we move into the 12th house, the 12th house is very ethereal. A lot of people, I don't know, you can take it both ways, right? This is a very spiritual house, not just spiritual, it's an isolated house. This is your blind spot. This is hospitalization, prison. This is where you're kind of stuck and you can't really move. Limited beliefs, solitude, old age, what's hidden, your feet. This is kind of like where you reach, or like this house will tell you how to meditate. So for example, like say your 12th house is in Pisces. It could be a Pisces. So like the water, you literally sitting there and meditating, you doing psychic stuff, doing the woo woo. But say for example it's in Capricorn, so maybe you meditate through getting organized. You could meditate if it's in Gemini, doing something with your hands, so it could be like pottery, maybe doing some Reiki on other people, doing some sound healing, using your mind, doing guided meditations. But yeah, this is a quick little rundown on how astrology works. And how you can kind of use it on your day-to-day life. So yeah, I would super recommend to try astrology. Learn the moon, learn how to follow the moon, and then slowly move into the transits, understanding the transits. What that means, it would be like that sextile, opposition, squares, all of that fun stuff. But yeah, I hope this makes sense, and I will be posting more. So don't forget to like and subscribe and share and hit the notification button. But yeah, I love you guys.